video, I'm going to teach you how to find the line of best fit on your calculator. It's called a linear regression line. Okay, so I have a set of data here, and the first thing we need to do is type it in. Now, I did it sideways on here, so we just need to realize on a sideways table, this is our x, this is our y. Okay, so I'm going to go, just like we've been doing, stat, and I'm going to go to edit. Okay, I need to type things into list 1 and list 2. Okay, x is my list 1, y is my list 2. So here I go. The important thing is you need to make sure that you type in correctly. So as you're typing them in, take a moment and look at the data and say, did I type that number right? Okay, and it's not just that you typed all the numbers right, they have to be in order that you see them. And by in order, what I mean is that 38 and 9 are an ordered pair. They need to match up. You can't just type them in any order, in the different list. Okay, so I'm on 18, 45. This does take a minute to get these typed in, but you could be typing them also in your calculator right now, and that would be helpful. 2, 43, and 34. Okay, when I'm done with that list, I'm just going to go over to the next list. Oh, I got to push enter, sorry. I'm going to go over to the next list, and I'm going to start typing those in. So 9, 12, oops, I typed that wrong. I'm sure none of you make mistakes. Okay, 2, 16, 4, 5, 15, 17, 3, and 1. Okay, a couple things that you need to look for. Number 1, you need to end on the same line. Okay, and let's go through, and I just take a minute and I just check and make sure they match up. 38 and 9, 60 and 2, 25 and 12. Just take a moment, go down, check them, make sure that you type your numbers in correctly. Okay, that's a pretty good deal here. Okay, now once I did that, I'm going to press stat again. We're going to go over to calculate, and this time we want a linear regression line. So we're going to push this one right here for linear regression. Oops, I didn't do that though, so let me try that again. Calc, and I need to go to 4. Okay, once I do that, I need to check a few things. Okay, when I check it, I need to know that this says list 1, this says list 2, because that's where I type them in. Okay, so now that I know that I did that, I'm going to press enter, enter, and then I just keep pressing enter. When I get to calculate, I press enter again, and there it is. Now I'm missing a few things that I need on my screen, so I'm going to teach you how to get that right now. Okay, so if you would, I can't see my screen very well. Let me pause this. Okay, I am back. So we need a few other things here. We need the correlation coefficient, which we don't have. And I know you're thinking, well, I don't even know that I'm missing that, but I'm telling you, you're missing it. So we're going to press mode right now. And then we're going to go down all the way down to here in blue where it says stat diagnostics. Will you press that on? How do you press it on? You go over to the on word, see how it's blinking there, and you press enter. Okay, once you've done that, do you see above mode where it says quit? We're going to go ahead and quit. Okay, now we're going to do stat. We're going to go back over to calculate. We're going to press number 4 again. We're going to enter through all of this, and then I have all the numbers I need. Okay, once you know that you need all the numbers, then you can make sure they're there. So what numbers are we going to use? Number 1, we don't use R2, so you can go ahead and ignore it every single time. We do need the correlation coefficient though. We're going to round this. This is our correlation coefficient. So correlation coefficient is R. We've been talking about correlation coefficient. That tells us how strong and weak things are. Okay, it also tells us positive or negative. So I can see right there, it is a negative, and I'm going to round this to so I'm going to put 0.83. Okay, if I remember, if I look at my list, that's telling me that this is a negative correlation, and it's also very strong. Okay, it's a pretty good correlation that it has there. So negative, very strong. Okay, now we need to have the line of best fit. Now this is my favorite part because your calculator gives you a key. Here is your key. It says y equals ax plus b. Now notice that I didn't fill in the a and the b because look, it gives us a and it gives us b. It's telling us where to put the numbers. Okay, so in the A line, it's saying that we're going to put a negative 0.5 3, we're going to round to 2 decimal places, so 0.35. And then in the B spot, it's going to be 20.86. So my line of best fit, I can't write that small, so negative 0.35x plus 20.86. That is my line of best fit. Wasn't that nice? I didn't have to do any fancy math. I just had to type it in the calculator. Okay, I'm going to clear a few things out here, and we're going to do another one. Okay, so this one right here, this is my list 1. This is my list 2. We're going to go ahead, we're going to go back to stat. We're going to go to edit, and I need to clear my list up. So I go up, clear, down. And I'm going to go over to list 1. Up, clear, down. Okay, now I need to type my data in. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Okay, that one's nice that they were all in order there. Okay, but the profit is this. This is the donut pit. They're talking about the profit in the first 10 months. So now I'm going to put 3, 2.5. You go ahead and type it in your calculator at the same time so you can make sure you know how to do this. It's easy to watch me. Okay, once again, a couple things that we need to look for. Oh boy, something went wrong because I need 10 and 7 to be on the same line. So this is a good practice, and we've got to check, and I'm going to have to check mine also. So I'm going to go up to the top of the list. So 1 and 3, 2 and 2.5, 3 and 4, 4 and 5. Now, how am I checking that? I'm looking at ordered pairs this time to check. 5, 6.5, 6, 5.5, 7, 7, 8, 8, 9, oh, there we go. 9 matches 7.5, 10 matches 7, and then I need to delete that number right there. Okay, now I did end on the same thing, and that's good. Okay, always make sure you check them. Okay, I'm going to go over to calculate. Hopefully you remember that we're choosing number 4, linear regression. Okay, so I'm going to choose 4, and I'm going to press enter through all of those. And once I do that, I've got my numbers that I need. So first, what's the correlation coefficient? Well, on this one, I'm rounding to 2 decimal places. It's 0.91 because my correlation coefficient is my R. Okay, what kind of a relationship is that? That is a positive relationship for 1, but it is very strong. Okay, line of best fit. Remember, you got the key right here. It tells you where you're putting things. So we're going to put y equals, in place of the a, I'm going to put 0.58. Then I'm going to put my x. Then I'm going to put a plus sign. And my b, oh, that's nice. I don't even have to round. It's just 2.4. Now this problem, though, it asks me an additional question. It says predict the profit in 18 months. So I'm going to look up at my table and I'm going to say months. Is months my x or my y? Well, that's my x. That's telling me in my calculator I need to plug in 18 for x. So I'm going to have this right here, 0.58 times 18 plus 2.4. So let's go ahead and type that in our calculator now. Okay, so I'm going to get rid of all my circles here. So I'm going to say 0.58 times 18 plus 2.4. Okay, and there we go. So our prediction is that in 18 months, the profit would be 12.84. Now, you can't see it very well, but it's talking about hundreds here. It's not saying that they're going to make $12.84. So it would be a lot more than that. Anyway, hopefully that helped you. If you have any questions, ask. Bye.